Hello and welcome back to ERU, where we round up the biggest results and talking points from across European football. Joining me today, Doogie Critchley, is James Wayne. Wayno, how are you on this Monday?
I'm good. I've had a very calm and relaxed weekend. Not much football, unfortunately. Obviously, did catch the City-Liverpool game, which was a thriller, but you wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Doogie?
Yeah, I was a bit unlucky. I was coming back from Yorkshire, where my mum now lives, and get off the train at 50 minutes, and it was 0-0, and I was like, it's going to be one of those big games that never really catches the light. Go underground, come back up at full time at 90 minutes. 2-2, Salah, thrilling goal, Foden ripping it up as well. Oh, I was gutted. But hey ho, that is the life. Never leave your sofa on a Sunday. That is my motto. But anyway, let's get into the show today, and we are kicking off with the story of the week. And it's a big one, actually. It's Juventus and Inter Milan supposedly want to sign Donny van de Beek. What's going on with this one, Jimbo?
Yeah, well, I mean, to say the least, it's not been an easy time for Donny van de Beek at Man United. Signed from Ajax, £40 million, August 2020. He's only been given 5 Premier League starts since that time. Only 520 Premier League minutes total. This season, he's only played 5 minutes in the league. Was clearly upset on the bench against Villarreal. Was an unused sub during the Red Devils' 1-1 draw against Everton at the weekend. He just can't catch a break. He was, I believe he was promised, or at least he had some conversations with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the pre-season, and he got some reassurances that he would be playing more football. And I probably, given the amount of games that have been played, compared to last season, I think he's played less than he would have that he had last season, so it's a worse situation. Obviously, you've got players who have come in who have kind of taken some of the playing time away from him as well. But yeah, it's awful. It's awful for Donny van de Beek. But according to Calcio Mercato, there could be a way out for the 24-year-old Dutchman, as Juventus and Inter Milan are reportedly both very attentive to his situation. They're the words in quotations. The article claims that the old lady will wait for kind of interesting signals from Manchester United, seeing if there could be a deal done. They don't really want to waste their time if not, and they want to see if Man United will put him up for sale in 2022. So it's as good as it could be for Donny van de Beek in terms of clubs are interested in him, but the fact is that he might have to wait a whole season for that. Isn't very good. But I mean, would he be a good signing for either club, Doogie?
I think he would. I think the tricky situation right now is he's depreciating in value, obviously, and he's not, doing his reputation any good sitting on that Man United bench. Obviously, Jesse Lingard has come back in as well. Jadon Sancho's arrival is limiting those options in and around the forward areas, and he just hasn't been given a run of games ahead of Bruno or Pogba, which kind of makes sense. But then you're like, why did they sign him in the first place? But in terms of the clubs interested, well, firstly, Juventus, they've obviously had a challenging start to the season, winning only 3 of their 7 league games. And they are sort of short of goals from midfield. Ramsey, Rabiot, Bentancur and McKennie have managed just 11 between them since the start of 2020-21, although Locatelli has scored 2 this season, including the winner against Torino this weekend. None of their midfielders are also creating more than 1 chance per 90 either, which is currently Rodrigo Bentancur. Lots of them way below 1 on that metric as well. In terms of Inter Milan, well, it could be tied in, his future at Inter Milan or his potential move to Inter Milan could be tied into the future of another Man United flop in Alexis Sanchez, because he's only been given 70 minutes this season under Simone Inzaghi and is yet to start in any of their fixtures. He posted a pretty cryptic Instagram message over the weekend. It was a Ferrari embedded into a sort of sand dune, and the caption was, "Realise you can be worth a lot, but if you are in the wrong place, you are not going to shine." I think what he's kind of saying is he's the Ferrari and he's not being used properly, which he subsequently deleted. It didn't take a genius to kind of work out what he was sort of insinuating there. In terms of what Donny could bring, well, it's been a while since we've seen it, but it's easy to forget that in 2018-19 he scored 12 and assisted 12 in 46 League and Champions League games as Ajax reached the semi-finals of the latter. In 2019-20, a slight drop-off, but still 10 goals and 7 assists in the league and European competition, after Ajax then dropped into the Europa League. I think he did pretty well in the Europa League then as well. 2019-20, so his most recent season of regular football, 1.9 shots, 1.9 key passes, 1 dribble, 3 tackles and interceptions, And it just doesn't look like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer rates him or just backs him to break into that sort of attacking midfield slot where Bruno or Pogba can play so effectively. So this feels like a very, very good option for Man United. I just think they're going to have to take a quite serious, dent on their investment. And Donny van de Beek, like Alexis Sanchez before him, like Angel Di Maria, will probably go down into that sort of what-if category for Man United. But United fans, we want to hear from you. Do you think Donny van de Beek is going to get some game time anytime soon? We know you've now exited the Carabao Cup as well. And where would you like to see him go out of Juventus and Inter Milan? And Juventus and Inter Milan fans, how much do you think he's worth? Answer all those questions in the comments down below. And let's move on to our result of the week.
So after a weekend of, quite a few shock results, we've picked the Bayern Munich game. Why is that, Dougie?
Well, this one came in from Alan Hayden VB, and there were, as James says, quite a few shouts for other teams as well. Obviously, Real Madrid lost. AC Milan put in a thrilling performance against Atalanta last night, going 3-0 up and then conceding 2 sort of sloppy goals towards the end of the game, but great performance from them. We could have talked about Atleti beating Barcelona, but that's the Blaugrana's 3rd defeat in 6 games, so it doesn't feel as momentous as Bayern losing at home 2-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt with goals from Goretzka, Hinteregger and Kostic. Now, this was their first league defeat at home in 30 games and their first loss to Frankfurt at home since the year 2000. Wow, that is a long, long time ago. And it was a classic sort of smash and grab victory. Bayern had 72% possession. They had 20 shots with 10 on target to Frankfurt's 5 and 3. But the Bavarians missed numerous chances, with Lewandowski unusually wasteful actually. Missed a great opportunity. Trapp made a phenomenal save from him with his foot as well. I think it was one of the saves of the season so far. Yeah. Gnabry also missed pretty much an open goal with Trapp slightly coming across, but horrendous miss from him. And Trapp was sort of phenomenal throughout. He made 10 saves. Bayern created 2.2 XG to Frankfurt's 0.4, going to show just how excellent he was. Now, it should come actually as a bit of a surprise, his form in this game. Although Trapp has been capped 5 times by Germany and he's been a regular understudy to Manuel Neuer at that level, he's been unusually poor over the last few seasons, letting in 10.5 more goals than XG predicted. But this was a vital time to turn up for Oliver Glasner and his side. They went into this game as one of just 3 sides yet to win this season, alongside Arminia and newly promoted Greuther Fürth, I believe, drawing 5 of their opening 6 games. So hopefully this could spark a little run for Eintracht Frankfurt. But for Bayern, Jimbo, what does this mean?
Yeah, I mean, as always, Bayern fans really shouldn't be too concerned. This game could have gone many, many different ways. If it wasn't for kind of poor finishing, Trapp's performance, and Neuer's kind of howler for Kostic's winner, I kind of feel that was one of those situations where he's attempted a cross and it's just kind of trickled in. The way he looks across the box and then takes it,
it's a little suspect.
Yeah, it was just a bit of messy, but it looked good, but it was a little bit messy. Yeah, as I said, this game could have gone many, many different ways. Bayern, they've scored 47 goals in 11 games this season. That's 4.3 per game, winning 9 and drawing 1 before this. Lewandowski, though, has gone through a mini drought for Lewandowski, not scoring in his last 2 league games. Also drawing a blank against Fürth, another team who hadn't won a game. So it's a bit strange he isn't scoring against these lesser teams. Obviously, you'd expect him to. It's Lewandowski. But he hasn't gone 2 Bundesliga games without scoring since December 2019, which was 59 games ago. This man is insane. For Bayern, Sane continues his good form. 3 tackles and interceptions, 2 dribbles, 4 key passes, 4 shots, and completed 100% of his 26 passes on his 81 minutes on the pitch. Love to see that from Sane. Really,
he's back.
Yeah, I've always loved Sane. You want him to do well, and it's a bit frustrating seeing him getting booed. I mean, imagine booing Sane. It shivers. Their best player was arguably Sula at right back, though. 3 tackles and interceptions, 3 aerial duels, 1 dribble, 89% pass accuracy, 1 key pass and 2 shots. Man of the match, though, has to go to Kostic. 1 tackle, 1 aerial duel, 2 dribbles, 1 key pass, 2 shots, 1 goal and 1 assist. Obviously, he took the corner for the header. Already has 1 goal and 3 assists this season, so really good start from him. Eintracht are up to 13th. Bayern are now level on points with Leverkusen and just 1 point ahead of Dortmund. And surprise package, Freiburg. But, I mean, realistically, this isn't really going to do much to Bayern's title challenge. It's just a matter of can everyone keep up, as always with Bayern Munich, isn't it, Dougie?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they are probably the best team in Europe at the start of this season. I think Napoli might have something to say about that. And obviously, Liverpool and Man City put on quite a show in the Premier League yesterday as well. But yeah, Bayern are a phenomenal side, and I think they're going for the Champions League this year. It's my early shout. Yeah, Jimbo, I mean, are you confident in the Champions League? Bit of a setback for City last week?
I mean, PSG this season should be the favourites. They have phenomenal attacking options, and as you saw against Man City, even though I thought we played quite well, dispatched us 2-0, made it look quite easy in terms of the goals were just phenomenal, especially Messi's. I say the first goal isn't phenomenal, but I mean, yeah, they managed to cut through us easier than most teams have this season, and that's without having necessarily the best midfield and defence. But yeah, you look at Bayern and you can never write them out because they're just such a unit. Every position is filled with a quality player, and the manager is phenomenal. The pedigree of the players, the amount they've won, both club and internationally, is insane. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the PSG Bayern final.
Oh, there we have it, guys. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? And Bayern fans, are you a little bit worried about this loss to Eintracht Frankfurt? I don't think you should be, but are you? Let us know in the comments down below. And let's move on to our Star of the Week. It's time for Star of the Week, and this was suggested by @SamGoz. Thank you very much, Sam. It's Gaetan Laborde, who had a bit of a thriller, Jimbo. What went down with his weekend?
Yeah, he played a crucial role in condemning PSG to their first league defeat of the season, something obviously I love to see. Scoring and assisting in Rennes' 2-0 victory on the weekend. 27-year-old, he joined from Montpellier on deadline day, but has, hit the ground running, really. He's already scored 3 and assisted 1 in 5 games for Rennes. And before that, he netted 3 in 4 games for Montpellier. So, I mean, he's in a good vein of form, as they say. And in this game, it continued. 5 aerial duels won, so I'll put some emphasis on that. 1 dribble, 1 key pass, 4 shots, 1 goal and 1 assist. So a brilliant all-round performance up top for him. Yeah, and it wasn't the best day for PSG and Poch, was it?
No, it wasn't. But just before we go on to that, I was looking at who scored, which we used for the majority of our stats last night, and it says that Gaetan Laborde isn't the top scorer or one of the top scorers in the league, which I don't understand because his transfer mark says he scored, as we said, 3 and 4 for Montpellier before joining Rennes on deadline day. So I'm a little bit confused why they haven't counted those goals. Someone with better knowledge of Gaetan Laborde's last couple of months, please answer that question in the comments down below because I was pretty confused. Anyway, for Poch and PSG, this was, as James says, a bit of a major embarrassment. He fielded Neymar, Messi, Mbappe and Di Maria, but they failed to get any of their 13 shots on target. They did come close, though. Messi hit the bar from a free kick. Mbappe had a goal disallowed, a really nice finish, actually, for offside. But they were so wasteful. Neymar missed numerous good chances. Mbappe, too, as well, who hasn't now scored for, I think it's 4 games, so a little bit of a drought from him. And they could have conceded a penalty late on when Hakimi appeared to have fouled Laborde, only for it to be overturned. Laborde was being a bit cheeky there. It was actually a bit of a dive. So not a good day at the office for PSG. But having said that, they're still 6 points clear. They're going to absolutely roll to this Liga title, and it's just a little setback for them. But there are some sort of murmurs off the pitch that things aren't necessarily going well between all their new stars. I don't think they're going to have enough in the Champions League because they don't seem to have that work ethic that you need to win the Champions League in recent seasons. So I'm a little sceptical about how they'll do in that competition. But I think, domestically they should win the domestic treble. So we'll see what happens there. But guys, that's all we've got time for on ERU for this week. Thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys made of it in the comments down below. And James, if they've enjoyed this, what should they go and watch now?
Ooh, God, I always kind of get caught off guard with these things.
It's a little early on a Monday.
So a few weeks ago, I did why Salah is the best Premier League winger, and explained. I did one for this weekend. I can't quite remember what it was, unfortunately. But yeah, go watch the Salah video. He's one of the best players of the Premier League ever, and that just solidifies it, really.
Absolutely, that goal yesterday, just a little bit of a joke.
Don't remind me.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Have a great Monday. Bye.